everyone, how's it going? Hope everyone's doing well. I haven't posted a video in a little bit, so I wanted to sort of just share with you guys just some of more of a personal message. You guys get to know me a little better and what's going on in my life right now. So basically, I work at Starbucks since August. Let me go back a little bit further. A year and a half ago, I started with a marketing company, well, a sales company. Great company, and I made my way up into management, and then I traveled to Minnesota for 5 months as an assistant manager training. Had 6 months, 4 or 5 months as a manager running my own office in a town in Maryland. I just sort of felt like everything was always being thrown under the rug, and when I wasn't too happy, I would just sort of like, if I made sales that day, I was back being happy. If I didn't make my sales that day, I'd start thinking more about, how I miss being with, family and friends, because it was just me and the people I worked with who worked in my office, and a close friend of mine who traveled with me to expand. Anyway, around middle of April, end of April, I decided to sort of leave it all behind. So by the time May came around this past year, I had went from, running an office, making thousands of dollars, to coming back to living in Charlotte, which I'm at my parents' house right now with my little brother, with starting from scratch. I tried going back to the company here in Charlotte, didn't really work out that well for me. I worked for a tax company, didn't really enjoy that. It was a very, very negative environment for like a month and a half or so. So, and then I met my girlfriend, Mary, and through my girlfriend I, came to know who the Lord was and became a Christian, was baptized and all. And I had 4 or 5 weeks when I had no job whatsoever. And during that time I was racking up debt with a credit card that I had that, I was able to have money to use on it, but now that's the reason why I'm in this debt that I am in. So, but it is what it is. I found a job, so I got the job at Starbucks. The way that it happened and the way I ended up with the job, I just knew that that God was giving me this opportunity, and that Starbucks was something for me to revel in, and that I was there for a reason. So for the first 3 or 4 months since I've been there, I've really enjoyed it. Had some great moments with customers there where I really felt like there was great stuff there to remember, and I'm just really great with customer service. Really personable, love talking to people. It's what I did with my last job. I spoke to hundreds of people a day, walking through a Sam's Club or a Best Buy, and pitched them on DirecTV, more than 100, so I had no problem going up to anyone. So Starbucks is great because you can build better relationships with the common customers that come in every day, so it's awesome. The last couple months, ever since me and my girlfriend Mary have been discussing engagement down the road more soon, I've just been feeling a little bit more stressed because I know that I need to have more income, and I feel like I want to have a more stable job with more of an annual salary. The benefits are good at Starbucks, but until you move up to management, it's not so easy living paycheck to paycheck with I'm working a $7.50 job, and like my buddy said there, no grown man should really be working a $7.50 job. I do living social adventures and do work with living social on the side, which can bring in anywhere from $50 to $200 in a month, depending on how many gigs I get. But it's just extra income on the side. So this past week, my friend Eileen, who is also a Christian, I met her through Starbucks. She's come to a couple of my churches before, my church, a couple of different messages at the church before. She came in, and she ended up really just connecting and basically helping me realize that, I always knew I loved music, and my love for, this record collecting has really spawned a new branch in that whole music tree that I love. And my dream job, I always said to people once I came to know it, was that, I thought that I did have a degree. I graduated from SUNY Binghamton, upstate New York, with a degree in film. And I always thought that I would love to be able to have the ability to take music from all these different artists, whoever it is, and apply them to films or TV shows. Like shows like Parenthood or shows like Entourage and certain TV shows. I think it's really great when the right music fits the right mood to a scene. And I always felt like being a music director or working on a show like that would be incredible and really be fulfilling. So that's just a dream to have down the road. And I was talking to Eileen, my friend, about it, and she just started whipping out paper and taking notes, and just basically made a point. I guess you'd have to be there to sort of get how excited I was about it, what we were talking about. But the idea that what I'm going to do is I'm going to start really trying to take this more seriously, like my videos that I'm filming with you guys. I'm going to try to turn it into something that can be bigger down the road while I'm, you know, busy at Starbucks, and I'm going to try to enjoy my life where I'm at now with Starbucks and with my girlfriend and my family, and not worry too much and really focus more on the good things. So I'm planning on taking this video, blogging, and hoping to grab more subscribers like you guys in time. And I really want to build on it. I would love for you guys to give me some responses of things that you liked most about people in the vinyl community in their videos. You know, people like Derek, or people like Cooler and Stressing, or people like Blake. You know, there's tons of people in my mind. Grecian Thunder. I can go on and on. You know, basically, I'm sorry if I didn't mention you, but you know I'm talking about every one of you guys I watch, subscribe to. What do you guys like the most? Are you big on the informative side? What would you recommend for me to be able to make this a thing that can grow not just inside the vinyl community but stay within, but then break its way out? Considering maybe cutting down my length of videos sometimes to get the average American who's a little bit more of a shorter mind span to, like, you know, I mean, shorter amount of time span that can really focus on something. Basically, I just want to really perfect things. Like right now, I got 2 new light bulbs. They're probably not that big of a thing, but you know, I was recommended to get these reveal light bulbs for better lighting. Maybe I'll dress up a little bit better for videos. I would love if LJ, when you watch this, LJ, I'm going to send you a message asking about how you guys, or how all you guys actually, like Memphis Vinyl Jam and LJ and people, how you guys have those things where you start off in the beginning of the video with like a photograph or a still frame with a little line under it and then go into it. I don't know if that's something that YouTube does or something that I have to use a different program for. If so, I probably don't have the program. So if you guys, I'm going to ask about that. But really, I'm going to connect this. I'm going to build a blog on Blogspot. I've done blogging in the past for films. I'm going to build a blog. I'm going to use it to embed these videos into so that I can maybe spread my name more out across the, you know, the blogging market. And I'm going to try to get into a more sort of stem out into, I have contacts of people who are involved with bands and the music scene in Charlotte, so I'm going to try to involve that, get live interviews, you know, have written interviews, have live video performances from artists in the area in Charlotte. Charlotte's an area that has a great music scene, but I don't know of, as far as I haven't come across a website that does a really amazing job of really growing like a, you know, a nice music fan-based website to have people go to. So I want to sort of tie in, you know, this and sort of go along the lines of just being, you know, the life and time of a, you know, a music fanatic in Charlotte. So I just want you guys to know that if you see some changes over time in videos and stuff that I'm like messing around with and experimenting with, I'm just really trying to perfect this because I want to be able to build something that maybe down the road something will come. I truly believe that that the Lord does have a plan for me and that something good's going to come in time. So I'm going to really try to revel in the moments I have right now with what I'm doing with my career in Starbucks, and take these things that are more hobbies and build off them into making this something bigger, and then maybe have them blossom into something that can maybe become a career for me down the road, and this would be a good portfolio. So alright guys, well that's what it is for now. Sorry I poured my heart out a little bit. I bet all you guys didn't really watch it, but if you did, I appreciate it, and let me get some feedback on it and what you guys would like to see and what I can work on. I appreciate my community. Love you guys. Bye.